people, welcome back to Food Glam Life. My name is Sana. I hope you're doing very, very well today. Often on my blog, on my Instagram, and then even on my videos, I get asked about skincare, what I do for my skin, how I maintain it. And I want to do different videos addressing those things. I have done a nightly cleansing routine video, which I will link down below if you want to check that out. And other than that, I keep doing, skincare hauls, skincare videos and stories on my Instagram. So I try to share as much as I can. Today, I wanted to talk about, it's not top 10, it's a little more than top 10, but it's the top skincare mistakes that people make. And maybe you are making the same mistake. Maybe you're not. If you're not, good for you. But if you are, then you want to pay attention, pay close attention so that you can bring about that change in your skincare routine and find your best skin day. So these are not in any particular order, except they're just things that I've observed, that I've seen other people do, that I've seen a lot on people that like clients that I do makeup on, and then just like friends and stuff too. But let's get started. So number one, worst skincare habit that you could make is you enjoy wearing makeup. Amazing, good for you. There's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong is if you don't take off your makeup before going to sleep at night. That is like the worst thing that you can do because, inevitably different things that can happen. It's going to clog your pores, which will lead to breakouts, which will lead to skin irritation and inflammation. That doesn't just mean just getting pimples. It can exacerbate your eczema if you have eczema. It can cause inflammation. It can worsen your rosacea if you have rosacea. So it actually is bad for every single skin type. So whether you're oily, dry, sensitive, combination, normal. Do not do that. Even if you're extremely tired, I know there have been days, and I don't really normally recommend that you use makeup wipes very often. It's just better to do use a cleansing oil and then wash your face with a gentle cleanser. But you've had the longest, worst day possible and you don't have the energy. Do this. Keep a packet of wipes in your side table drawer. And if you're just about to fall asleep, just take out one or two wipes, wipe off your face and especially your eye makeup. You can cause eye infections if you just don't get rid of your eye makeup. It's that, don't fall for the whole I'm going to wake up with a smoky eye look. It's not going to look very nice. The second thing that I've noticed, and this I've noticed a lot when I do makeup, I can actually immediately recognize when someone rubs their eyes a lot. And why I know this is because they will have a lot of wrinkles around their eyes and on their eyelids. And a lot of times it's people who are in their 20s or, not that old. They should not have those kind of wrinkles. So you really need to make sure that, I know, I get itchy eyes. Trust me, my eyes start watering. I can't even do the really cool cat eye look, jahan yahan andar se यूं करके eyeliner लगता है, or even kajal. It doesn't always stay put for me because my eyes just start watering. I have very sensitive skin and eyes and, allergies and all of that stuff. I start rubbing my nose, my nose starts watering. So all of these things happen with me as well. Or dry, itchy eyes, especially if you're a contact lens wearer. I know my sister does this a lot. She rubs her eyes a lot. But inevitably you are damaging your skin structure around your eyes. हमारी जो eyes होती हैं, इसके around जो skin होती है, it is the most sensitive skin on our whole face. So can you imagine, we don't want to rub on our cheek too hard, even though this place could probably handle it more, but we rub our eyes so much because I know it's unbearable at times. But try to look for other ways to deal with that. If you have dry, itchy eyes, make sure you use natural tears, eye drops. If it's something just itching or bothering you, take a Q-tip, maybe the corner of a tissue, and just kind of get rid of that, whatever it is in the corner of your eye. If it is even in the middle of the eye, sometimes it's right on the waterline. What I'll do is I'll hold it and I'll halka sa just get rid of that irritation. Even that's not the best thing. Lekin it's better than just rubbing your eyelids. And this is, of course, a lot of us, anti-aging, don't want wrinkles. We want to put makeup on, our eyes get wrinkled. Trust me, stop rubbing your eyes. It's irreparable damage. You cannot go back. Yeah, maybe you can get some sort of surgery. I don't even think Botox really gets rid of your wrinkles. It's a temporary fix. So yes, if you want to avoid wrinkles around your eyes, stop rubbing your eyes. All right, number 3. A lot of us have actually jumped on the skincare train, which is amazing. It's really great for me to see a lot of people take more interest in their skin. I personally believe, while I love makeup, I really believe that having good skin that is your foundation. So if you have good skin, you can just walk out without makeup. And if you want to put makeup on top of it, it just looks even better. So I know a lot of people have started, cleansing, toning, exfoliating. See, now I'm itchy right here, but I'm going to do that. Moisturizing, sunblock, all of these things, great, amazing steps. These are all the things that you need to do. But I've also noticed that, a lot of girls use scrubs, and a lot of times these scrubs are way too harsh for your skin. And I know I've talked about this before as well. मैंने काफ़ी दफ़ा ये चीज़ एड्रेस की है कि physical scrubs जो होते हैं, ख़ास तौर से पाकिस्तान में जो सबसे famous, सबसे popular, सबसे easily available St. Ives का क्या है, apricot scrub. I mean, that's been a cult favorite in Pakistan for years, and people swear by it. But the problem is, I'm not going to say that all physical exfoliants are bad, because you could use Ubtan. That's also a kind of an exfoliant. You could use rice flour. That is also a good exfoliant. Both of these are much gentler on your skin if you mix it with water. थोड़ा सा लगाएं, थोड़ा सा rub करें, हल्का करके, and you're doing a good job. But once you start using things like, coffee beans, or especially the worst one of them all is walnut shells. आप उसकी ingredients में देखेंगे, and those teeny tiny bits in their scrubs that cause the actual जो exfoliant उसका होता है, they're made out of walnut shells. Now, walnut shells can never be, what's the word? They can't be rounded. So if you're going to ground up a walnut shell, आप खुद भी देख लेंगे, जितना भी micro level पे आप लेके जाएंगे, if you look at it under a microscope, you will notice that it has sharp edges. And those sharp edges are tearing on your skin and causing micro tears. So especially if you have acne, breakouts, rosacea, sensitivity, eczema, psoriasis, these things always get exacerbated. They get worse because they feel attacked, right? That those places feel attacked and they can't handle it. वहाँ से हल्की सी micro cuts पड़ते हैं आपकी skin पे. It's not good for you. And then दूसरी चीज़ हम रगड़ते भी बहुत ज़्यादा ज़ोर से हैं. So yes, you should be exfoliating. That's my next thing. Some people don't exfoliate at all. That's another. मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि बिल्कुल आप exfoliate ना करें. You should exfoliate. It is very important for your skin. Again, for all skin types. ये नहीं है कि मेरी dry skin है तो मैं बता रही हूँ. Yes, मेरी अभी जैसे मुझे eczema breakout हुआ था. यहाँ मुझे dry patch था. यहाँ था. The weather is changing. I have very sensitive dry combination skin क्योंकि मेरी summer में अभी humidity थी, so I was getting a whole bunch of breakouts. This is the place where I break out a lot. I think it also has to do with dairy. I'm not really sure, but I'm not really ready to let go of dairy right now. But that being said, oily skin also needs it, dry skin needs it, combination, normal. All skins need it because as we just go about our day, हम जाते हैं, धूल होती है, pollution होती है, just हमारी skin की regeneration भी होती है. And what happens is the top layer of the skin just gets left behind, and that's what starts becoming जो आपकी bumpy texture बनता है, जो आपकी क्या कहते हैं clogged pores होते हैं, जो आपका एक dull gray texture look होता है. That is what you need to get rid of in order to reveal your fresh, plump, new skin. And for that, you need to exfoliate. And so my recommendation, which I am sure if you've been watching me, you know that my recommendation is to use a chemical exfoliant. And a lot of people like chemicals तो नहीं होने चाहिए. लेकिन अगर आप, if you think about it, everything is a chemical. Even water is chemical, right? It's hydrogen and oxygen. So don't be afraid of this word chemical. Chemical exfoliant, basically what they're doing is they're taking the best ingredients meant for this job. So anything that has alpha hydroxy acids, which includes glycolic acid, lactic acid, those two are my favorites that I like to talk about. And then if you have oily skin and you have breakouts, then something that has salicylic acid. So those are BHAs. Those are not AHAs. Those are beta hydroxy acids. So something with that once or twice a week is good. There are a whole bunch of brands for you to try out from. There are a bunch of K-beauty brands. There are local brands. I've talked about my favorite ones. One is by Boscia. The other is by Peter Thomas Roth. The Ordinary has some great, excellent, affordable glycolic toners and peels and all of that stuff. There's also a K-beauty brand. It's a Miracle 30-day. It's got AHA, BHA, and PHAs. I think it's by Somi. I'm not really sure exactly. That's definitely something you should be including into your routine. Not necessarily every single day, but alternating or once or twice a week. The next thing that I'm going to tell you, I think it's a given. A lot of people already know this, but some people still don't do it. and they are, पाकिस्तानी लड़कियों की सबसे ज़्यादा जो concern मैं सुनती हूँ कि मैं tan हो गई हूँ या मेरी hyperpigmentation है. Trust me, I love a good golden tan. I don't support whitening products or trying to look fairer. Lekin, yes, there's a difference. I do like glowing skin. I like skin that is all one tone. So ये नहीं है कि यहाँ hyperpigmentation है और थोड़ा सा dark spot खाली यहाँ. Overall एक even tone हो, and even if it's dark, beautiful. लेकिन अगर आप यहाँ से कुछ और है और यहाँ से कुछ और है और ये अक्सर हो जाता है, and it's a lot of the times it's due to the sun exposure. At this point of time, especially with what's going on with the ozone layer and climate change and all of that, जो sun की rays हैं, they are actually a lot more harmful than they were possibly 30-40 years ago. So exposure, and especially prolonged exposure to the sun, does cause accelerated aging on your skin. Burn करने का भी होता है, even अगर आप feel नहीं करते कि आप burn, like I burn very easily, but sometimes people don't feel like they burn very easily. उनकी photosensitivity इतनी नहीं होती है, but it's actually still impacting your skin. Wrinkles, or as I said, hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, and then obviously the worst thing is skin cancer. So yeah, get your sunscreen. I would say कि minimum 30 SPF रखें. If you have a darker skin tone, I think you could get away with 15 or 20-25. लेकिन 30 से 50 तक is, I think, generally a good range. The other thing is, if you do have like prolonged exposure to the sun, then you need to actually reapply your sunblock because it actually kind of starts fading away. Now the next thing I've noticed, this is something that I've noticed oily skin people do, because sometimes मुझे लगता है कि मैं सिर्फ dry skin वालों के बारे में बात करती हूँ, तो this is I'm trying to address everyone. A lot of people who have normal combination and oily skin often skip out moisturizer, especially oily skin people. Stop doing that. Find a moisturizer that actually works for you. There are a lot of water-based, gel texture wale, very lightweight moisturizers, and those are the ones that you should be using, not a heavier, thicker moisturizer, because with oily skin, you're going to get more clogged pores and sebum and stuff. But if you miss out on this very important step of moisturizing, because you have oily skin, thinking कि मेरे तो अपने oils हैं, I don't need more moisturization, that is incorrect. You can have oily skin that is also dehydrated. And what happens is, when you do not moisturize your skin, your oily skin actually starts compensating for that lack of moisture. And what it does, it starts producing more oil. And I'm 100% sure that oily skin wale do not want more oil production, right? So do not miss out this step. Please make sure to moisturize your skin. Subah sham, everyone. That's good enough. That's enough. If you're very, very dry on the drier end, you obviously need to moisturize more often. The next thing that a lot of us do, and sometimes we start realizing too late on in our life, is that we use skincare products, लेकिन हम यहाँ तक उसे limited रखते हैं, and we completely ignore our neck and décolleté. That's basically this area and this area. Don't do that. The skin on your neck is just like the skin on your face, sometimes even more sensitive in a sense, or thinner or whatever. And with our constant use of computers, laptops, devices, phones, the amount of, looking down that we do is unparalleled to any time in history. So what that also does is that is also causing us more wrinkling on our necks. So you really, really do need to moisturize and protect and sunblock, and just massage your neck as well, because you want to avoid the lines that we inevitably get with age. Your neck needs just as much love and care as the rest of your face, because what's going to happen is that your neck will start aging and it will show a different kind of an age or a look than your face, because you'll be taking care of your skin on your face but not on your neck. Same thing with hands. Make sure you're moisturizing your hands and putting your sunblock on your hands as well. इस हाथों पे especially जब हम drive कर रहे होते हैं, काफी exposure पड़ता है. So hands, neck, décolleté, all of these need more attention than they usually get. And even if you're using like a mask, a face mask, or like a sheet mask, uska serum bhi leke, you can put it down on your neck. If you're using a roller, like a jade roller, use it on your neck as well as obviously the rest of your face. And also with the devices, which I forgot to mention, is we're exposing our faces a lot more to blue light, which now they're saying too much exposure to that is also kind of damaging for your skin. The next thing that I want to say as a sensitive skin person, which if you have sensitive skin, is that you need to find out what ingredients are triggering your skin. For different people, it could be different things. It could be the amount of certain things as well. But something that you want to actually watch out for in the ingredients of the skincare products that you're using, one is essential oils. Citrus oils, lavender oils, some of these, they cause inflammation, they cause your skin to react, especially sensitive skin. So I'm mostly talking about sensitive skin, but you have to watch out for essential oils. Fragrance, it's one of the top things that really, makes people break out into hives or bumps or texture. Jo bhi, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. It could be. So you have to watch out for that. And then sulfates in your cleanser. So abhi to we're also looking for shampoos that are sulfate free, right? Because it's a very harsh detergent and it's really something that's not recommended for your skin, your face. This is one of the reasons why we don't recommend to use like a normal soap, because basically what happens is it disturbs the pH in your skin, and that causes a lot of things like breakouts and eczema and psoriasis, etc. The next thing is for sensitive and dry skin is watch out for the really drying products. And the most important one that I can tell you is alcohol. Not every kind of alcohol in your skincare product is bad for you. Actually, there are some alcohols that are fatty alcohols that are actually like moisturizing. It's kind of confusing though, so I don't want to go into too much detail. Lekin, if something says it's alcohol denat, yet denatured alcohol, that is the one that is the most drying. And a lot of times setting sprays have that in them. And going back to triggering ingredients, sorry, before I move on, triggering ingredients, even for oily skin, sometimes dimethicone or silicones can be clogging for certain skin types. So you have to see कि अगर किसी चीज में dimethicone या silicone या on से कोई चीज है, that means it's a silicone based product. If something has all OL in it, it's an alcohol based product. So you keep an eye on those products. Another thing that I generally would not recommend for dry skin is clay masks. Steer clear of clay masks. The whole point of clay masks is that they get activated with water and then they're supposed to dry up and suck out the excess oil from your skin. So if you have oily skin, you can get away with using a clay mask or a mud mask. Lekin dry skin people, just try not to use it unless maybe it's in the summer and it's humid and aapko bhi thodi si oiliness ho rahi hai, but just it's better to stay away from that. All right, so we're almost at the end, but what I wanted to talk about is using comedogenic products. Comedogenic basically means that anything that's going to clog your pores. We all know that when your pores are clogged, sebum usse block kar deti hai, and that's when you get that beautiful, not so beautiful pimple. And sometimes bumps, textures, all of the stuff that you really don't want. One of the number one things that a lot of people, yes, it's good for you in other senses, but not for your face, for your skin, coconut oil. And also actually silicone. Some silicones and mineral oils, all of these things are comedogenic. They will block your pores. Watch out for those, possibly avoid them, or use them as little as possible. Coconut oil, to main kehti hu, don't put on your face, put it on your head, put it on your body. It's really great for your body because our skin on our body is completely different from the skin on our face. Use it on your feet, hands, balon ke liye to zabardast hai. So do it for that, but don't use coconut oil as a cleanser. Olive oil is still fine, but don't leave it on your skin. Use it to like cleanse or double cleansing ke liye, and then wash it or wipe it off with micellar water and then wash it with a gentle cleanser. Anyway, we're at the last mistake that a lot of people make, myself included, although I've kind of stopped myself, but it is touching your face, constantly touching your face and popping your zits. So this is something that, hota hai, hum बार बार अपने आप को ये धब्बा ये है दाना ये है इसको touch. You're going to make it worse. You're going to make it spread. Stop doing it. Avoid it. I know sometimes it's so like nikal do, but especially if you are not very familiar with your skin or the cycle of the pimple, you might be doing it too prematurely and you will leave the worst scar. Pura niklega bhi nahi. Sometimes it becomes infected. Just don't mess with it. Give it its time. Watch my video on how to quickly get rid of a zit. Do that. Use salicylic acid. And yeah, just give it its time. Drink lots and lots of water. Don't make the mistake of not drinking enough water. And eat good, healthy food. Have your minerals and your supplements. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Love yourself in the body that you're in. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was really, really helpful for you. If it was, I want you to let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Take care. Goodbye. Mwah. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.